This is a Craftsman snowblower with a Briggs & Stratton motor on it. It's at least 10 years old and it's 2026 right now. Still in excellent shape because it hasn't really been used a whole lot. Maybe once or twice a year. Now we had a lot of snow this year so far. Unusually large amount of snow for this time of the year in mid-January. And I hauled this out once and I encountered some problems. What was happening was, when I would try to engage the auger, and not the drive wheels, okay, the auger, if I had some thick snow, what was happening was it was not throwing the snow like it should be. And so what was happening was the belt was too loose. And there's a little cover right here in this middle section. There's a little 3/8 inch bolt on each side of that cover, which is right there. I took the cover off. Very easy to get that off, and then what you can see are the two pulleys. Okay, this one on this side is for the driving the wheels, and this one in the front is for the auger. So the problem was that belt was really, really loose. Now, on this pulley here, you have the ability to actually undo that bolt, and theoretically, there's a second hole up higher on the shaft where you can relocate that pulley, but that's an extreme thing to do if you have a very stretched belt, which was not the case for me. All I had to do was make a few adjustments, and that is done right here, this point right here. Here's the lever. When you pull this lever, if I push that down, you'll see what happens. See, the pulley goes against the belt, just like that when I push down the lever. Now I've adjusted it such that there's just a little bit of play here. And how do you adjust it? Very simple. You pull this little pin out, and then you remove this shaft right here. It pulls out here to the left. And now if you push down on that shaft, what'll happen is there's a spring under here. And so if you push that thing down, you have the ability to turn this shaft right here, provided you've loosened this lock nut first. And so what I did from the top, looking from the top down, was I had to turn that clockwise, right here, turning this shaft, pushing it down, turning it clockwise, several turns to tighten up, actually to reduce the length of this from this point up to the top here. And so what that does is that allows this pulley to move a little bit further than it did initially. And so that hopefully will be solving my problem with the auger not properly running. Very simple adjustment. Now, if you did have a really stretched belt and you had to relocate this pulley higher on that piece of metal right there, it's a little tricky because you can't back the bolt out. It hits this pulley right here. And so, near as I can tell, I think you'd have to remove this pulley right here first, which is a bit of a pain. And then you could pull this bolt out to the left here, and you could relocate this pulley higher on the shaft through the hole up the top on this machine. So I hope I don't ever have to do that. All right, hope this helps somebody else. Thank you for watching.